Alright guys, how's everyone doing? And today I'm going to be making a video on how to pack the best Tangiers Cane Mint head and all of the things you basically need for it. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys my setup. I'm going to show you guys my setup, all the accessories that I use to pack my head, and show you exactly how to make it and the tips and tricks to get the best cane mint hookah that you could possibly get. Flavor wise, not as much smoke. I mean, you'll get smoke, but we're not talking about making a shitload of clouds here. I'm just talking about a decent, like amazing flavor wise and like 7 out of 10 smoke wise. Cause honestly, it's my personal preference. I don't really care about making like a lot of smoke or anything. I'd rather have average smoke and amazing flavor, and I want it to last like 40 minutes to 50 minutes. Like anything more than an hour is just overkill. There's no point. You might as well just pack a new head. Anyone that smokes for more than an hour is doing it because they're probably cheap. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys my setup. Okay, so I basically have the Ferro Catalyst hookah. Okay, so I got the red base at the bottom. I got the red stem. I wanted a blue, but that's all they had. And for my hose, I have a Thunder hose, which is probably the best hose I've ever used. Like from all of my hookahs, they last a good amount of time and they don't like stain or anything. Okay, so next I have my bowl, which is a Hookah John bowl. They're probably the best bowls that you could buy. It's the alien one because me personally, I've had better luck with it and it saves you tobacco, but that's not the main reason why. I've just always had a better experience with this bowl. Maybe it's just the perfect amount of tobacco in it. I have the bigger ones. I have a lot of them actually. I have 2 other ones. As you can see, I have this one, the big one, and then I have the smaller version of it. But I don't know. I've always just preferred that one. So I have all of them, as you can tell. I had one more and my dad broke it, but I have this one, the 80 feet bowl, and then I have, I forgot what this is called, a Ferris bowl if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. Comment in the description if you know. But my go-to, the alien bowl, it's the best one, saves tobacco, and smokes better than any of those. Okay, so let's get to the beginning of packing the head. All right, so anyways, so when I first buy cane mint, number 1 rule that I've learned from having it is you can't. I have the yellow version of tobacco, which is the second strongest if I'm not mistaken. And I learned that even with that, you have to basically put it in the container, take the lid off, let it sit for 2 days. 2 days until you want to get like perfect cane mint flavoring and not too strong, just perfect. 2 days you have to let it sit. Once you let it sit for 2 days, you get it, and then you mix it around every time you pack a head. Mix it around. So, okay. All you do, you just sprinkle it in the way you would with any normal hookah. And trust me guys, you have to follow step by step. You'll get the most perfect cane mint bowl ever. I'm telling you. I forgot to tell you guys, I'm 24. I've been smoking hookah for 7 years. I worked at a hookah lounge for 3 years, and I'm pretty knowledgeable. You know, I've done a lot of trial and error so much over the years, and I've come to the conclusion that Tangiers Cane Mint is the best flavor. And these Hookah John bowls are hands down the best bowls I've ever used in my life. And I've tried everything, the Lotus, anything you could think of. The Hookah John bowls are the best. Okay, so when you're packing the head, you're not gonna wanna press, you're just gonna wanna fit it in there. Me personally, I don't pack it in there. There's no need to, because it's basic it's common sense. Basic, I don't know what to say. It's common sense. If you pack it too much, there won't be enough airflow in there, and if there's no airflow, it's gonna pull down on the foil and it's gonna touch the tobacco and burn the head. So as low as you can put it without pressing it in too much. Okay, and that's it. That should be your final product, basically. So as you can see, it's not really coming over the top. Okay, so that's it. Put it down, go wash your hands. Okay, now for the foil part. So once you have done your head like that, use this is the biggest thing, is always heavy duty. Reynolds wrap is great. Target brand is great. Reynolds wrap, heavy duty. You can't use normal duty. Normal duty will burn the tobacco fast. You don't want that. Okay? So get a piece about that big. Okay? Now this part is kind of hard to do. For anyone that's still new to it, you get a piece that big. Now, one of the biggest thing that I've learned with these hookah heads is if the foil's not tight enough, you're screwed. You have to make it as tight as possible. The tighter it is, the better head you're gonna get. Okay, so what you're gonna do is put it down like that. Okay. This is what I do. That's it. So I hold it and I go and I poke the holes. So you see how tight it is? Kind of, not really, kind of, so. All right guys, I'm back again. Sorry for the interruption. Someone called me. Anyways, so you wanna make the foil as tight as possible. The tighter you make it, the better. Okay, that's a pass. Okay, so now the way you want to poke the holes. So I'm using this Fumari hole poker. It's the best one I've seen. It pokes the smallest holes, but they're not too small. They're not too big, not too small. It's perfect. Okay, so you go 1, okay, so I basically, oh shit, it ripped. Anyways, I do 3 rows. As you can see, I fucked up on that one, but I'm gonna redo it again just so you guys can see. So, okay. So, 3 rows basically, okay? And the ones in the middle, you wanna leave that little gap right there in the middle for the hole, because it'll be too airflowy and it won't hit right. So that's basically what you wanna do there. And there's, see, you don't want any indentations, okay? Or indents with it. And yeah, that's basically it. Now, charcoals. So I basically use these as my backup charcoals because I ran out of my main ones. The main ones that I use are the Cocoa Earth flats, the Cocoa Earth brand. Personally, I've had the best flavor experience from it, but I basically use Hookah John's titanium flats as a backup, just because I had bought them. So I don't know. Try whichever one you think is good. And okay, we'll be back in a second when I grab the charcoals, and I'll show you everything. All right, guys. So we're back again. Charcoals have been finished, and yeah. Okay, so from all of the things I have told you guys, one of the biggest rules with the Tangiers Cane Mint Hookah, forget every other tobacco. You can use this knowledge to any other tobacco, it's fine, but the main purpose of this video is to show you how to pack a Tangiers Cane Mint head, specifically that flavor, nothing else, from my personal preference. You could try any other flavor, it's fine, but this flavor is kind of tricky to get perfect for any smoker, so follow these steps and you'll get it. Okay, so number one rule, of course, was tightest foil as possible. If it's loose and it breaks in, or just try to make it as tight as possible. Whatever you have to do, make it tight. You saw how I did it in the video, follow those instructions, okay? Because if it's not tight, cane mint burns really fast. If the foil comes down and touches it, the head's gone. Once the flavor goes away, you're fucked. You have to repack a head. But follow my instructions, you'll get it perfect and you'll smoke a good head. Another next rule, you want perfectly cooked charcoal, because this is one of the biggest tobaccos where if the charcoal's not cooked all the way and it has a slight taste of charcoal-y flavor, not cooked charcoal, it'll affect the tobacco like crazy and you'll notice it. So what I do is I typically let them get small, cook for a long time, about at least 10 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes on each side, and I'd make like 5 because they'll get pretty small and you're gonna want to keep smoking afterwards, and that way you'll have enough. So anyways, what I do typically is I go for the smallest ones. What you're gonna do, I'll show you guys up close so you can see. What you're gonna do is put one here. Don't edge them. This is just to start it. I put 3 perfectly symmetrical with each other. Okay, the full body on top. You're not edging anything, okay? Now, you take 1 to 3 hits to start it. Big ones. You can't take small bitch ones. You have to take big ones. That's 1. That's 2. Now, you flip them to the side over. So the side that hasn't been touched yet, you flip it onto that side. You kind of edge it a little bit. You don't edge it too much, just a little bit, because it's already been started. So now, take 2 or 3 hits. So now it's started. It's phenomenal. It's an A+. That is a really good hookah. So now what you're gonna do, because you've already started it, and yeah, I've noticed the foil kind of bent a little, but it's fine. The hookah still came out really good, and we're good to go. And that's it. You basically blow off, and you edge them like that. And if your head is perfect enough, you won't need to touch the charcoals. You literally just sit there and smoke it like this the whole time. If you want to get a little more smoke, you can move it around, but I recommend you just keep it the way it is. And there you have it. The most perfect cane mint head you could possibly pack. See me, now I'm moving it, specifically because it's not making enough smoke for me. So I want to move it until it cooks around, and there you have it. The most perfect cane mint head. I'll show you guys a few clouds before I head out. phenomenal. And I'm not being biased. It's actually a good head. Try this trick with me and you'll get the same exact response. Not bad. And it tastes fucking amazing, and it's making good clouds. And now you literally don't touch the charcoal, you just leave it the way it is. And if it feels like it's burning a little bit, you just slightly edge them out a little bit. Doesn't get better than that. It's a cane mint head, it's perfect. Flavor's on point. I highly recommend the Hookah John bowl. The alien one is my favorite one. Saves you tobacco, but most of all, me personally, it's came out the best. I've had the 80 feet bowl, the mini one. I don't know, for some reason it doesn't come out as good. This head is just perfect. Perfect amount of airflow, perfect amount of tobacco. You can't beat it. And yeah, I mean, I've literally learned this trick recently, and every head I've been making has been coming out perfect. Fantastic. Fuck, it's so good. And I made this video in response to all of those YouTubers who make hookah videos acting like they know. Like, I've seen Indian people make videos, Arabs, everything, and they lack knowledge. Honestly, they don't have good setups, they use quick lights, they use all that stuff. They don't know anything about anything. I'm not saying I know everything, but I have a good amount of knowledge from trying every single brand, every charcoal, everything you could try. And this is what I came up with, and if you guys like it, try it. Let me know in the comments, make a video in response, show me what you guys have done. I wanna see what I've taught you guys. And follow step by step, every little step I taught you. You cannot switch anything out. I've worked at a hookah lounge for 3 years. It's not a long time, but it's a good amount of time to learn a good amount. And I was one of the top people there. I worked at Sky Hookah Lounge in Winnetka, California. It's in LA, basically. The head is perfect. So yeah, guys, like and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comment below. I will somewhat post some more hookah videos. This is basically just the general big video right here that I wanted to make for you guys, so you guys can understand how to make a good head. And this will, trust me, follow my steps. I can't stress how much you have to follow my exact steps, and you will make a bomb cane mint hookah, because cane mint is a bomb flavor, and if you don't know what you're doing, you'll make it go to waste. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. I post mukbang videos, I post gaming videos, I post hookah videos. It's very simple, okay? I hope you guys have a good night, and I hope you guys learned something. That's all I wanted. They don't want to benefit from this at all. They don't want to benefit in any way. I just want you guys, I want people to have a hookah video that is actually educational, that you guys actually learn from, not some guy who is cocky and thinks he knows everything about hookah. That's not what I want. I want you guys to learn. Follow my steps. And Subarus are the best, of course. I own a Subaru 2017 WRX blue. And yeah, have a good night, guys. Later.